Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays it a big.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You got nothing.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Everyone got four down.
Shotgun now for Brees. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here we go.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Flying 90. Check my 47. Stay with your man.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
And that's one of those who like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Brees now on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Touchdown City.
The extra point now coming from Meijer. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Next to score, Seahawks 21, Saints 0. Michael Dixon set to kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Running with Kamara. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
We know that Tyler Lockett has been a Pro Bowl kick returner, now starting to really emerge as a top threat as a receiver. At his best year as a wideout in 2018, just missed the 1,000-yard mark by 35 yards. Expect that number to increase.
This is caught. And he is goes in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Al Woods busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Cameron Jordan is now one of those versatile defensive linemen that you can play all up and down the front. Whether he's playing tackle or end, he knows how to make plays.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, it looks like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done. Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down now. It's Murray. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end lift that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
First down.
Check.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch.
Yeah. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Mike's 50.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
23 yards, the final tally.
55, 56.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
To throw is Brees. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now again, this is Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw is Wilson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Well, throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
We own them. We own them.
Now Brees. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. You know, the defense really was pretty good on that play. I guess that was just good offense beating good defense.
And you know I hate to admit that. I absolutely hate to admit that, but you're exactly right. Good offense beat good defense and won that play.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. This is why I could never make it as a quarterback at any level, especially the NFL. To have the poise to stay in that pocket, know you're going to take the hit, but still deliver it for a touchdown. Great play.
I have to agree with you on that one. When I see those hits coming, I'm wanting to exit the pocket. I'm getting the heck out of there. Instead, we just saw someone stay in there and make the throw downfield.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Ready? 5-8.
On 2nd and 7, Brees. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Brees. And he finds Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That was shades of Tennessee Volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Now Myers for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Seahawks 52.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
Kamara, and this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They bring the blitz, and it's not always the initial blitzers that make the play. In this case, the blitzers actually took up the blocking. How about the guy in the middle, though? Reading his keys, right on the spot, stops him at the line of scrimmage.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. The extra point now coming from Meijer. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Seahawks 59.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. Brees now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those 2-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. 3rd and long. It's Wilson.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Watch the slant.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 72 yards. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Wilson's pass complete.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Brees now on 1st down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brees. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
When we watch Drew Brees practice, the thing that always strikes us is after every throw he makes, he continues to go through his progressions, you know, so he gets that muscle memory. Okay, in a game, if I don't have this throw I just made, I might have this one, I might have that one. It's amazing. One of the reasons he's come out so hot today, he's already seen it happen.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, they'll throw with Brees. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And complete right side to Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brees to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Quentin Jefferson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's it, baby.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them.
The ball comes out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Wilson, flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 1. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From a yard out. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brees. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. From the 41, Brees. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On third down, Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Completes this one to Meredith. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Brees going to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Brees to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. That escapes the sack. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys Bills will take over at their own 44-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. There's Wilson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Seahawks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And this has been a game of contrast somewhat. As you see, he's had success moving the ball on the ground. That fumble on the last drive, though, that's now 2 that he's lost in this game.
And that's where it really hurts. It makes things difficult on a coach because you mentioned the success he's having, yet if he keeps turning it over, it negates all of that success. Take care of the football, and he's headed for a big game. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone...
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Seahawks have picked it up, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's Wilson. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. And Dixon has it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Completes it to Dixon. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Saints will have the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Brees will try again on 2nd down. That is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brees. It's brought in right side by Ginn. Ted Ginn's gonna go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 81 yards. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Lutz will look to add the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And shedding his way forward. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Saints' 9-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play. Brees finding Thomas. 45 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Brees again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Again, it's Brees. That's out to Hill, right side complete. So out comes the field goal team once more. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And how it turns out, it turns out.
Now left side on this swing pass. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to... And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Here's Wilson. That's complete, right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Meijer's able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and short. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right there.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quentin Jefferson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd, and pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brees. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll make it 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Marcus Davenport bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing on first down is Brees. And complete right side to Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Let's go.
On first down, Brees. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Brees to throw again. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Rein in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. To throw is Brees. He's got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Brees. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brees. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair.
When it's 3rd and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception, like you said, just wanted to make sure that the ball hit the ground, and it did.
I'm going to call heroic anyway.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on. What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Wilson wants to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.